Today we have a very interesting install for the car. It's not really a mod. I would consider this to be an add-on, but a very important add-on. It is a necessity for any guys that have modified cars. It is good for safety and peace of mind, even though of course you can't always 100% protect your car against everything, but at least you still have a little bit of peace of mind with this. And by this I mean a dash cam. This, as you can read, is the DR900X 2-channel plus. It is a Blackview dash cam. It is quite expensive. I don't think if you necessarily want a dash cam for yourself, you need to buy the most expensive one. It's just that I wanted the different options that come with it, so that's why I bought it. I thought I was going to do this install here, but watching some installation video, it is not going to be possible. Right now it's kind of cold outside, and even though it's not going to be an outdoor style or exterior installation, I still need to be warm and cozy. So you'll think that inside the windshield is already pretty clean, but you never know. So alright, I think that is going to do it. Okay, this is the decisive part, people. No. Oh my god. Kind of being a bit too I don't know. Well, it's not perfectly like I wanted to, but it's gonna do the work. Yeah, it's slightly off to the left. I think it's going to be alright. It's nothing. Yeah, it's gonna be alright. Jesus. I wasn't ready for this one. I was not ready for this one, people. This is very easy to mess up, people. The thing is that it doesn't have to be completely perfect because the lens is pretty wide. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this. Then you can turn this camera around. Okay. Whew. At least that's done now. Now the hard part. Small update for you guys. It has been a few hours, like 2 or 3 hours later. I was struggling with making sure I was doing the right thing. So what I did is I routed the rear and front camera on this side all the way, tuck it down all the way in there. You won't be able to see it. I have the rear camera connected, just making sure it was going to work, but I've tried to connect it to my phone and it's struggling. I wasn't able to. So now I'm just going to button up everything and we'll figure out the connections later. Okay, so after a hard fight, finally connected everything that needs to be connected down there. I grounded it for now, and normally what needs to happen is this. And then if I connect this, it should power on, if I did it correctly. And I hope I did. Well, the car is not on yet though. The moment of truth, people. Okay. Alright. Yes. Yes. Okay, it works. Now let me test out the app to really see if that worked. This is going to be the final update for today. I put back on somewhat everything. I still need to clean up a lot of things though. So I still need to clean up this, which I didn't do perfectly. I still need to put this back on perfectly because there is a not a bracket, there's a yellow thingy behind that you have to twist in order to put it back in place. I ran the wire for the rear camera down here all the way up to here, you can't even see. Then it goes up the pillar, goes here, very easy. But then I ran out of wire, so right now I need to fix this and tuck it really well and make it nice. I'll do that later because I started at 11. Well, I came here at 11 and now it's 5. So yeah, for today we're done. So just came back from Canadian Tire again for the second time this week, and quick update on the install. I've installed everything, tucked everything down pretty well, but then I talked to one of my coworkers and he was like, wait sir, you do know that it can drain the battery, right? And I was like, well, I guess so. I did some digging and indeed there were some reports that if you install it the way I did, which is hardwiring everything to the fuse box with the parking mode on, I guess I didn't explain this before, but with the camera you have a parking mode. The parking mode basically means that when you turn off the car, the camera still records. But then if you leave it for a very long time, it can drain the battery over time, which I don't really want to. I already spent a lot with tools that I need to do installs and the equipment that I need to install as well, so I don't want to spend some more on the battery. So what I did is I spent more money to buy a box that basically lets me turn off and on whenever I want. So that will fix the problem, and that also means I will have to redo the entire install because let me show you. Over here I have this hanging out. I don't really have that much space, so I will have to reroute that, install the box, and then use whatever they gave us in the box to redo the cords that goes to the main power and powers the camera, which is one of these. So I'll have to undo this thing again, which I perfectly put back together, and do all that once more, which on one hand kind of sucks, but now that I know exactly what I'm doing, it should go pretty fast. But first things first though, I need to wash the car. It's being due. I usually don't leave it dirty for more than a week, but it has been a week already. And again, I don't want the salt to basically mess up the paint and everything, so we're gonna go and wash the car. Well, I'm not going to do it, but you get what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. I buttoned up everything. Everything is cleaned. You can't really tell the difference right now, but see this? This is what I added. And that is the control unit that lets me connect or disconnect the link between the power and the battery so that it doesn't deplete. Now, I was so happy with my install that I decided to fix the LEDs to make it not move around like they usually do. So I popped out this part, and using this plier I tried to make it so that whatever is holding the LED will restrain it so that it doesn't move. And as I was trying to put it back together, all the light just went kaboom. Well, not literally kaboom, but all the light turned off, at least inside. So all the interior lights right now, I have the door open, but nothing is on, which usually should be. And I think I blew up a fuse. I looked it up quickly online, and apparently it's a pretty simple fix. I'm crossing my fingers. I have an extra fuse that corresponds to the one that I want to change so that everything comes back together. If not, then if not, I messed up big time. Big time. Lesson learned, people. Lesson learned. Don't use the pliers on electric stuff in the car, or else, yeah. The good part though is that everything else works fine. Well, I don't have, my key doesn't work. I can't lock the car with the key, so I have to manually lock it. No big deal. But I'll see you tomorrow and we'll try to fix that. So if you look carefully, this is disconnected. It's broken inside. You see that loop right here? It should be something like this. Unbroken arc. So hopefully, if I put it where this was, it should fix it. So let's see. Right here. Well, let's see. Nothing? Just gonna close this. The fog is still not working. I've removed every single one of these fuses except the one for the ABS. I'm not touching that. And except the one I found earlier, all the other ones are good. Now there is another fuse box in the engine bay, but I am not touching that. So yeah, I'm going to have to give up on this one today and go to the shop and let them do their work, because I'm not trying to make it worse than what it is already. So yeah, to be continued.